What's up, YouTube, Facebook, Tumblr, wherever you're seeing this? How is it going? Today I wanted to talk a little bit about something I have done some research on. Well, I should say the past few years because I've known about it for a while. But I want to explain something to everyone out there that may be currently confused on it, not really understand what it's about, and that in which I am speaking of is everyone's BMR. BMR, what's BMR? BMR is basal metabolic rate. And what that is it basically is the total calculation of your calories you consume in a day that would make you sustain the same weight, basically level you are at currently. And it takes in 3 factors. Some take in more depending on the calculator you use. You can find any calculator online. I personally use bmicalculator.net. It's simple, it's easy to use. You plug in your numbers like your height, your weight, and your age, and it comes up with your BMR. At my heaviest weight, which was 365 pounds, and my height, which is close to 6 foot 2 inches, and at the time my age was around 21, 22, whenever I was at my heaviest, my BMR was close to 3,100 calories per day, and that was just to maintain. Now obviously I had days to where I exceeded that limit with ease, which is sad to say, and you know, but most days, average, that's probably what I would consume. And the sad part of it is I wasn't eating all day. I was basically doing that in 2 meals, about 1,500 to 2,000 calories a pop. So can you say binge eating? That's pretty much what it was. But anyways, just wanted to basically explain how you can use BMR, your BMR, to effectively lose weight in the beginning without much exercise, because for some people starting with extensive exercise can be very difficult, especially someone close to, you know, maybe my weight or more, you know, whatever your weight may be. Pretty much for any lifestyle change, especially when it comes to health, your diet is going to be the big factor, and you can pretty much find that anywhere. People will agree. Your diet is going to be, and when I say diet, I mean what you eat in a day and what you normally would eat. That is basically the deciding factor on if you're going to have success losing weight or not. So, how can you use your BMR effectively for you to understand correctly how you're going to lose weight? Basically, depending on if you're male or female and how much you currently weigh. For instance, we'll use mine. I'm currently 23 years old. I'm about 6'1½", and my current weight, which I'll start with, I'll say my starting weight, which is the beginning of this year, was 360.2 pounds. Okay. Now I plugged all those numbers in the calculator. Really simple. Hit a button, it does all the math for you. Thank God. And then it came out with my BMR, which was approximately like 3,079 calories a day average is what I need to maintain my nice plump weight. So in order for you to lose weight, basically in theory, and this is proven for most people, is that if you by the end of your day have a deficit, meaning if your intake, your caloric intake, is smaller than your BMR, you will lose weight. Now, common sense will tell you if you're 2 calories under, yeah, you may lose an ounce or 2, and that may take you a year. But common knowledge also tells you if you have a diet that can, you know, consists of about 1,800 to 2,000 calories, depending if you're a male. For me, I try to shoot 1,800 to 2,000 per day. Some days are lower, some days are more. It varies, and it's going to vary. That obviously is what has been causing me to lose weight. Now, I will say this. Eating the right foods is another huge factor. You fill your body full of all kinds of junk, stuff, all kinds of processed junk that takes your body, a long time to process, to basically break it down, and that you're intaking, basically dense calories, that just empty calories that are not going to give you any nutrients or hardly any nutrients at all. That's another thing that can slow your weight loss. Another thing you should probably remember when you're dealing with your BMR is that as you lose weight and your current weight starts dropping, your BMR is going to change. So think about that. You start losing weight, and you start to get to where you're wanting to be at, whatever weight that is. You plug in your numbers, you get your BMR, and that's what you have to hit basically to maintain that weight. That's how it works. So it works the other way too. If you're trying to gain weight for whatever reason, it works for gaining weight. You eat more than your BMR, you're going to gain some pounds if you need to gain pounds. I know some people may need to for whatever reason. So if you're somebody who has a hard time working out, for instance, myself, after working out, I tend to have, I basically have pains from my knees down. Obviously, that's what's going to be the most sore on my body right now, is whenever I work out. It's not debilitating, thank God, but, for bigger people, it can be. And if it is, you focusing on the eating portion and getting that right, you'll drop pounds. And just being active, you don't have to go out there and run 5 miles when you just start. You don't have to go and run a 5K or a 10K or an Ironman, or even, when you just are starting out, because most likely you're going to wind up hurting yourself. If not, you're going to get discouraged because it's going to take you about a week to do an Ironman just starting out, especially as big as I am. Yeah, it'd take me a good week or so. So as far as exercise is concerned, especially when you're first starting out, you can go light. I will say the more active you are, the more weight you're going to lose, especially if you're doing your BMR deficit right. That weight is just going to fall off. Now, so really what I'm saying is I would recommend, if you are thinking about dieting, or if you've just started, don't get discouraged with not being able to, with not being able to exert the amount of effort as you see somebody else who's, not has ever been your size. You see somebody running on the side of the road and they're running 10 miles, no problem. Don't get discouraged with yourself thinking that you can't do that, because you can. You just got to start with baby steps, small chunks. Start at walking, whatever. Start walking half a mile and just walk it, and then push yourself and then run. Okay. Currently at my pace, I'm lucky if I can run a full half mile out of a mile, and but you know what? I'm gonna push myself, and that's what you got to do. But be safe about it. Don't do anything crazy and stupid. But basically, that's what I wanted to explain, was the BMR. And if you have any questions, there's tons of websites. Just Google BMR calculator, BMR calculator. It'll explain everything. And usually with a BMR calculator, you've got your BMI calculator tied to that. Weight loss, or your body fat percentage is tied to that, with links. So you most likely can find out pretty much everything you need to find out, and it can get you started on the right track. So with that being said, I hope that clarifies a little bit what BMR is. If you have any questions, be sure to comment and ask away. I'm free to discuss this and be more than happy to discuss it. I shall see everyone at my Monday weigh-in. I'm excited for it. Yeah, it's going to be the 4th weigh-in for the month of January. So we will see how many pounds I basically lost for the month of January. I'm so freaking excited. Anyways, I will see you all then. Thanks for watching. And like me on Facebook. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Tumblr. I'm probably going to I already have a Twitter, but I haven't really set it up, so I'll try to do that. Any way you guys want to get a hold of me, you know, just use one of them there avenues. And until next time, I will see all you lovelies later. Pieces, deuces, drop it like it's hot.